Hello and welcome everybody to the Steelman podcast. Let's get into another big topic video and something about Jake Paul again. What? Oh my gosh. Let's get right on into it. Where do we start with this week?
Biggest news. Let's
Biggest
go
news?
with the Rams.
The Rams. Yes, let's start with the Rams. Odell Beckham Jr. is now with the Rams. There we go. All off my chest. They're idiots. Oh, sorry. No, I'm kidding. They're not idiots.
Okay,
They're smart with this one because Odell Beckham is going to get so frustrated anyway because he's not really going to get any playing time. He's kind of a backup wide receiver.
Okay. Here's what I think. I'll give you my thoughts. The Rams now have the best wide receiver trio in the league. You have Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and now Odell Beckham added to that. I don't care if he's wide receiver 2 or 3. He's going to make some big catches for you. Matt Stafford is going to enhance his MVP type season.
Mm-hmm.
And you have their defense, which is going to be good for them. If they're all in, the poker chips are all in, if you will. If they don't win the Super Bowl, I mean,
it's a
it's Super Bowl or bust for them this year.
Well, the best part is when I heard a speech by the response from Von Miller joining the team by Aaron Darnold. Aaron Darnold had a smile on my face. Now I don't have to get double teamed all the time. So pretty much they'll have to focus on 2 players instead of 1. But yeah. Odell Beckham, I think, is like a backup. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. It's either gonna be
in the right
very good. It's gonna be like Carson Wentz, I have a feeling, where it's either very good or very bad. Carson Wentz was decent, so we'll see. He might be like Carson Wentz, where it's like 50-50 all the time. So we don't know.
I think we look at if he's in the right situation, because obviously that wasn't Cleveland. Obviously, you get him in the right situation, like New York. He's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
You got to try and give him the ball too.
Yeah,
throw him some targets because Baker, didn't.
Yeah,
different offense, different everything. But I think the Rams are definitely a NFC Championship, maybe even Super Bowl.
Oh boy!
Already.
Cardinals versus Rams.
Cardinals, Rams in the NFC Championship.
And then Cardinals beat them, and all of a sudden they're the ending.
The Cardinals and the Rams still have to play again this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Cardinals win again. That's just And to realize that, who did Cardinals beat this last week? I can't remember who they beat last week.
Was the 49ers, I believe, wasn't it?
I think so.
It was
something like that. Yeah.
But
they didn't even have Kyler Murray
and Hopkins. Well, you look here. If I'm looking at the Cardinals and the Rams have not had really any serious injuries other than their running back, who might come back, to be honest, and they still have replacements who can help.
Yeah.
Then you have the Cardinals, who lost J.J. Watt for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray's banged up. D-Hop's banged up. They got some others banged up. I mean, you look at that. Are they going to be ready and healthy, like 100% by the playoffs in the season? How is everything going to shake out,
Yeah. But the thing is you can tell that Cardinals can deal with the adversity a little bit. But
yeah.
And it shows. But
they got the necessary depth to win.
Yeah. But also, like, versus Green Bay, that was just a great game all around, to be honest. But Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Sorry. Utter dog.
That's an understatement, by the way.
Sorry. How do I say this? You put them cement boots, drop them in the deepest place of the ocean, and you still couldn't go deep enough for how utter crap they are at times. That was just bad. No, I mean, respectfully, Thursday Night Football this week. Ravens just got bombarded by freaking Miami Dolphins.
We're moving on to the AFC North and Ravens now, right?
We got to move around a little bit. We're hitting everything.
Yep. So Switching topics pretty quickly here.
Well, we're kind
Basically,
of the same kind of flow. It's just we're still on the football talk, so we're
Lamar
getting everything in.
Lamar can't throw, and the announcers the entire game they were blaming it on the humidity, which
Uh-huh.
if you can throw in the rain, I mean, you should be able to throw in the humidity. I'm just saying.
Oh, really? Huh.
But
Are we finally seeing why he's not that good? Are we finally seeing that he's only an average quarterback in the NFL? He's a better running back than he is a
yeah,
quarterback. Are we
hmm
finally seeing that? Like,
I think everyone should, and they are starting to see that a little.
yeah, to be honest, I felt like the only person I feel sorry for on the Ravens is Justin Tucker. But then again, he missed a field goal. So,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I
that
want to
he
know
get
what are your thoughts on the NFC North? I mean AFC North right now because Steelers win this weekend against the winless Lions, then they take first place.
Okay, here's my thoughts. So at first, we all saw a great start to the Cincinnati Bengals team. Now, it did not continue because for some reason they didn't feel like playing or something, but also it's kind of like the Cincinnati Bengals to me are a wild card right now. They are like a wild card maybe team, but like I'm saying, as in a wild card, as you don't know if they're going to be good or you don't know if they're going to be bad. They're kind of either great or bad. That's one of the two because they got
Mhm.
beat by the Jets, but they win some other bigger games. So they're the wild cards. Cleveland Browns are just looking like their usual selves, where there's so much hope, but then they let you down pretty much in the middle of the season usually. Uh,
So
and then you
if
got
you're gonna
Ravens,
pick a
where it's just
team,
kind of looking like a mess right now. Well, I shouldn't say mess, but it's starting to show that they aren't as good as they really were at the start. And Steelers, surprisingly, I have to say, surprisingly, came out a hole. Like, I mean, they like this is not Steelers, by the way. This is definitely not Steelers. But coming out of their kind of like 3 losing streak, like I think like beating the Bills were like okay, this team's got some potential, but then they like lose like 3 games, so you're kind of like, what the actual heck happened?
yep.
And then they start going on a win streak again. Now, I don't know. I really don't know. I can see them as a playoff team and a winner of the division. I just don't see them going all the way to the Super Bowl this year.
Now, if you're gonna pick a division winner right now, who are you saying? Because I looked at the. I'll let you talk first, and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Okay. I'm thinking it might be a battle, which is weird. Is I just think it might be if Ravens trend the way they're going, then it's gonna be almost like a Cincinnati or Browns versus Steelers for the win over the
Okay.
top of the division. Now, if somehow Ravens come out and use stuff, then I think it might be Steelers Ravens battle. But the way Steelers look like now, they don't look good, but they look consistently. Like they look
Mhm.
consistent with the things. They're not like that team that like bangs out like wins like gigantic wins by like gigantic numbers, like we saw with the Bears. But you also got to realize that that's how they play sometimes. Is they keep sometimes weird games close. I don't get it,
Yeah.
but I think Steelers will be consistent throughout the rest of the season because this mid-season here is where we can tell who's a playoff team and who's not a playoff team. Ravens, I think, are a wild card team like usual. They're not good. They're not bad. They sneak in every year. That's what I have to say about Ravens. Steelers, I think, will get in by winning the division, but it's going to be a close one, I say. It's going to be a pretty
You
close
have
one.
the Steelers winning the division.
By like very close. It's very close right now.
Okay.
A lot of stuff can happen. So,
You want me to go?
yeah.
All right. So I'll give you credit. You did all of that without looking at the schedules. So props to you for that. But I am over here looking at the schedules, and I got to tell you, they're all pretty hard.
Yeah, they are.
All
They are. I
four,
know they're
all
pretty
four,
hard.
all four of those teams have pretty hard ends of the season.
Yeah. I know
I would
Steelers have
say,
Kansas City like almost like third to last week. Ravens
yeah,
get played like at the start of December and the last game of the season for Steelers. That's when them two play. Uh
hmm
I can't exactly remember who Ravens play then again, but it's pretty tough ends. And to say the least, I think it's gonna be almost like either Steelers start winning the rest of their games and all of a sudden become 14-3, not 13-3, because it's a 17 game season. No. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
hmm
It's one more game. So I think the one more game is going to actually show the teams that will be good enough to get in the playoffs. But on the NFC, it'll be cool to see. But on the AFC, it's a very tight battle right now, I have to say. Um, I mean Chargers. I wouldn't mind seeing Chargers win that division,
yeah.
to be honest. I mean Raiders
Um,
and Chargers, that's pretty decent fight, but Raiders are just having a they've been having a for the past month. Like their past month has not been good with Ruggs
they could.
and all that.
Oh, the Raiders, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, 4 days without an incident. Oh, let's
Yeah.
just hold it up, screen share, if you will.
Yeah, that's where we're at in the AFC. AFC's tight, NFC's like you kind of know. Like Cowboys are
You
on
didn't let me
we're up
have
there
my
uphill
predictions.
and they are downhill right now. I don't know. Cowboys are kind of too right now. As we can see, days without an incident, 4. New record. New record. Lovely.
Okay, so let me just get to my AFC North stuff since you cut me off there.
I'm so sorry.
Just a little hard to find that. Not really. Looking at this, I'm gonna go. Out of all the teams here, Browns, I think, are probably going to be last in the division.
Oh, okay. Cincinnati
That's what I'm
actually
going
gets
with.
over them?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, then again, Cincinnati beat the crap
I
out of
think
the
out
Ravens.
of all
So
out of all these teams, Cincinnati definitely has the easiest schedule. It's not, easy by any means, but it's
it's
easier.
easy.
Third
It's
in the
easy in NFL
division,
terms.
I'm gonna go with. Okay, this is hard because I could easily see, the Ravens taking a couple games off.
Mhm.
1 or 2 bad games, more bad games for the Ravens. Bengals here
Here's the wild card, though.
can
Najee.
easily turn it on. Steelers have the hardest out of all of them. I mean, we're looking at the Steelers schedule, Lions, obviously, but you've got Chargers, Bengals, 2 Ravens, Vikings, Tennessee, Chiefs, and Browns again.
Oh, boy. Well, Tennessee's kind of hurting because Derrick Henry's not in.
They still beat the Rams without him, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Easy decision is putting Cleveland in last. Harder decision.
Who's winning it?
I'm going to go, looking at the schedules, looking at all these teams, I'm going to say the Ravens will get third in the division. Do I think the Bengals win? See,
it's come down to the next game versus Steelers and Bengals.
I think it comes down to not the game against Bengals and Steelers, which that will be a good one to figure out, seeding wise, that gives them advantage and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to come down to the last week when the Steelers play the Ravens and the Bengals play the Browns.
The Browns will probably lose.
I'm going to go Steelers, Bengals, Ravens, Browns.
Okay.
Right now.
See, my thing is like I said, the Ravens are going to be that wild card where They could
but
play. They could play
they're all going to
Lions,
be like a game apart. It's going to be crazy.
or all of a sudden just Steelers take with it, and all of a sudden all the other ones
I mean,
fall off. I don't know, because once
Because-
Steelers started winning, first went down Cleveland. Cleveland started losing. Then it was Bengals started kind of going on the downside, and now it's Ravens starting to go on the downside.
Yep.
So is Steelers climbing up, and are they going down?
I
That's
don't
the
know.
thing.
Maybe.
It's going to be the most interesting one to watch, to be honest. Though, if they do get it, they're 6-3, so they are pretty dang good right there. So, but you realize all Tomlin has to do again, you realize that Steelers, if they win, how do I say this, 4 more games, or what is it now? How many games do they need for a winning season? 9 now, 8,
3 wins.
3 wins, 3 wins.
No. Well, we're at 5 right now, so 4 wins.
So all they need is 8 wins, and they got another winning season. That'll be 19 now. 19?
No, they need 9 wins. They
18
need 9
wins?
wins.
9 wins, yeah. But that would be 19 seasons. That's been winning record or whatever. The streak still goes.
Let's think here, because Tomlin came in after the
Cower.
what was it? Yeah, but that was like what, the 05 Super Bowl?
Yeah. Which one was the
So,
Cardinals?
looking-
Cardinals was 2007.
7.
Okay.
Or was it 8?
I think it was
okay.
8. It was close. No, it was 7 because they had a break in between. Then didn't they go to the 2009 versus Green
10.
Bay?
10.
10. That was 10. Okay.
Here, wait.
Oh boy, we got to look up facts.
I'm
Facts of the
looking it
day.
up. Steelers Super Bowls. I could have sworn it was 2006, 2008, 2010. Okay, here it is. 2006 and 2009 was Arizona.
Yeah.
So since 2007.
Yep.
So that would make it up to 2022. Okay, so we're looking at 15, maybe?
With just Tomlin.
Yeah.
Okay, with just Tomlin, that's 15.
I think.
Okay, so however long Tomlin's been there, he's had a winning season. So you got to
Tomlin
respect the man for that.
winning seasons. Let's see.
I think they have 19. No, 18. I think this would be 18. Oh boy, here we go.
I am looking here. No, yeah, it will be 15 this year.
Oh. Because Tomlin's been with the thing for 14?
Just Tomlin, yeah.
Yeah, so this is his 15th year. Yeah. Jeez. Tomlin, all his years, has not had a losing season. Even when Ben Roethlisberger and all those guys were out that one year, they went 8-8 with Rudolph and the Duck.
That was the year of the defense resurgence.
The steel curtain. Oh. Moving on here. Let's move on. Let's look at Bills losing to the Jaguars. Hold on. Here, let's make this statement now. Josh Allen intercepted Josh Allen. Josh Allen sacked Josh Allen, and Josh Allen also recovered a fumble from Josh Allen. So let's get out of that way, out of the quick. So,
yep. It's a long story. I don't know if we want to explain it. Basically, Josh Allen is Josh Allen's worst nightmare.
Yeah, Josh Allen is Josh Allen's worst nightmare. There's like no other Josh Allen that could Josh Allen than Josh Allen. Josh Allen. You got me there?
You know what I'm saying? The Browns is the Browns.
That's just funny. That was just funny. All of a sudden I get a text on my phone on Sunday, and it goes, Josh Allen has now intercepted Josh Allen. And all of a sudden in the next 3 moments, Josh Allen has now sacked Josh Allen. So yeah, it was pretty great. It was pretty great. I mean, to be honest,
it was a weekend of upsets.
Oh yeah. Though I have to say, the first round picks, the quarterbacks Yeah, no, they're still not showing anything.
Eh,
Okay,
Justin Fields is,
here's the thought here. Here's the thought.
out of
Okay,
all of them, I think Justin Fields has the most potential so far.
let's throw this out there. Zach Wilson only got one win. Mike
Hurt,
White, his
hurt.
first game coming on to the Jets quarterback, gets a win right away versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike White is 27 years old, has been in the league for a little bit though. So yeah,
Mike White. Yeah. Well, I mean, if he could get protection, then yes. But I know he's been in the league for a couple years, but it also just shows that a backup quarterback, the backup quarterback to your draft. Now, consider that Zach Wilson is hurt, but it's kind of like, okay, what were you doing wrong? But also, it's the defensive end a lot too.
yeah.
Just with the Jets' whole situation is bad. Same with Jaguars. But when I looked at the score of the Jaguars and Bills game, I was looking and seeing a quarterback that probably should have had way more points scored versus the Bills.
And I got to figure out if I am going to start Josh Allen or Justin Herbert this week.
Yeah. Don't know
who. They play the Jets. The Bills do. But Justin Herbert, I believe they play the Chargers play the Vikings, I think. Let me just check to make sure.
I don't know if you want to play Josh Allen, though.
More projected
Oh, no.
points.
Josh Allen might actually get traded to the New York Jets, and then Josh Allen intercepts Josh Allen again. Oh.
No, not again. Not again.
Well, all I had to say.
I got it.
Yeah, just the whole quarterback situation in the draft, I thought was going to turn out to be a lot better. And I discussed this with some people, other people, and they said that the best quarterback right now that was doing and had the most potential was Mac Jones. Now, I had to shake my head at this because he does not have, like...
We know who you're talking about, and some people might know as well.
But it's like, it was just kind of like...
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking to Aaron. I was talking to somebody completely different.
Oh, well,
but it's like...
Aaron said that too, I guess so.
Yeah. But the thing is like Mac Jones, I know he doesn't have targets, but it's just like still he had like you expect out of a first round them getting him, you expect him to do a lot more than what he has done. Has he done turnarounds like crazy? No. Has he produced maybe a little bit more than Cam Newton? Yes. But that's on the basis of comparing him to Cam Newton.
You have to also remember that the Patriots had a huge offseason with like so much money they spent on free agents just to help out Mac Jones and stuff.
So, I mean, to be honest, the one that actually I think looks good out of all of them is Justin Fields now. I think Justin Fields and Trey Lance are competing for who is the better of the two.
We haven't really seen Trey Lance enough to make a decision. I don't think. I'm going Justin Fields. Trevor Lawrence is a bust.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
Wilson might be.
Yeah. Zach Wilson, I'd say Trevor Lawrence is a bust, like a big bust. And then, by the way, how has the coach of the Jaguars not been fired yet?
I mean, they beat the Bills.
Yeah, but like he still hasn't been fired for messing up completely. Hey, they have 2 wins.
I mean, when we talk about Trevor Lawrence, you got to compare him. Let's compare him to like number 1 overall picks. Most recently, let's just go with Joe Burrow. Same position, same everything.
Let's go rookie season.
Joe Burrow only played half the season and will probably put up better numbers than Trevor Lawrence will in the entire season.
Yes. Joe Burrow did a lot better than Trevor Lawrence. respectfully, I think Joe Burrow is making a difference in Cincinnati because now Cincinnati went from not in the talks of winning the division to in the talks of, hey, they could win the division. And I mean, that's also coming
Gotta
with
give
getting
Jamar
Jamar
Chase some
Chase and
credit
stuff.
too. Yeah.
But it's also before that they went from being really like to being to competing in a lot of those games with just Joe Burrow. And then they get him a wide receiver. You see what he can do. I mean, let's see it when Jaguars get a wide receiver option for Trevor Lawrence, but I still don't think he'll put the numbers that Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase will put up. I just don't think it'll happen. Kyle Pitts is the tight end, correct, from Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard much about him lately.
No, he's been sneakily quite good. The Falcons, from what I've heard, they didn't really know how to use him at the beginning. And it seems like they're starting to figure out what they want him to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he hasn't really been making highlight plays, I guess, is what you're trying to say,
Yeah. But he's
Haven't
sneakily good in the background, waiting and buying his time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
He's only gotten one touchdown on the season, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that could also be because of the play calling and stuff. So we don't know. But same with maybe the quarterbacks. But I don't like quarterback. You need to be better. And plus, if you're first overall pick, you need to be a ton better. Because I can't compare a tight end to a quarterback, but I can at least compare him being like a 4th round pick to a 1st round pick. So yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on. Shall we get into something else? Some hockey, to be honest. Any hockey news you have? Oh boy.
There's hockey going on the TV right now.
There's hockey. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. Not really.
No hockey news.
To be honest, actually, we do kind of.
Wow.
The biggest news that just happened, I don't know, probably 30 minutes ago.
Huh.
Alex Ovechkin has passed, I think it's Brett Hull, for 4th all time on the NHL's goal list.
Oh boy.
He is chasing down Gretzky. He's about, I think it's like 150 away from Gretzky. And just to put that in perspective, you can get for him probably like 40 to 50 goals a season.
So that means 4 more seasons.
So, if he can keep up the same production.
Yeah, if he can't keep up the same production, it could be 8 to 9. So we could see it happening, but it's going to be tough. Going to be a toughie. The grade 8. Still, it doesn't matter if he passes him in the amount of goals. I still think Wayne Gretzky is still the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Going through some surprises here. Not a surprise, Arizona in last place.
Yeah.
Arizona, through 13 games, has 1 win and 1 overtime loss. They've lost 11.
Oh, gosh.
This is an exceptionally bad season for them. They have 3 points. Their only win, get this, came against Seattle. Seattle is 28th out of 32, so, not doing very good right now.
Yeah.
Montreal, shocker, they're 29th out of 32 after going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Yeah. That is without Carey Price, though.
No, the price is not right. Well,
let's see. At the top, let's just see Anaheim.
Oh.
No one expected them to be that good. They're 4th.
Ooh.
Because Troy Terry's streak.
Yeah.
He's 24 years old. I don't know what his point streak's at, but he has been really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it's like, friggin' like, they played 15 games, so it might honestly be a 14-game point streak every game.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
But, lastly, since Jack Eichel, he got traded.
Oh, boy.
To Vegas because he wanted to get his surgery. Did he get his surgery? He did. He did today. He got the surgery he wanted because Buffalo was like, nah, we don't want to do that. Vegas was like, we'll trade you and then we'll let him have a surgery that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they removed their artificial disc replacement, something in his neck.
Yeah.
Doctor said the disc was like extremely screwed up.
Oof. Gotta be bad.
So,
That's gotta
yeah.
be him in a lot of pain.
He was in pain for a while, apparently.
Thank you, Vegas. Thank you, Vegas. Doing good deeds all around.
He did the siren a couple nights ago. It was pretty cool to see him pump up everyone.
Yeah. Well, going from hockey, I got something to say about MLS. It seems now every year MLS has the MLS Cup, and I say every year you can tell which team is going to win that MLS Cup. Last year, you could definitely tell Columbus Crew
it was Columbus
taking everybody, going to take everybody to town. Did they? Yes. This year, we are going to probably see a New England Revolution win of the Cup. I'm not saying that is going to happen, but I'm saying they are pretty dominant, and I have a feeling that that will carry over into the postseason, like it usually does in the MLS. You can usually guess it off of how good they do, and it's usually the person that's like really dominant over everybody. So, and then sneakily, there is a battle going on for 7th in, I believe, the Western Conference with LA and Real Salt Lake right now for 7th place. So there is a battle there going on. Austin FC actually, I believe, is not doing too well. Not doing too well their first season, to be honest. They're kind of sitting at the bottom of the table. You got New York Revolutions up top there, or I can't remember. But
New England has about 19 points more than the second place team in the conference, which is Philly.
Yeah, Philadelphia Union is decent every year, but they just can't finish off the season.
Is about the best team in the league by 12 points.
Oh yeah, because I think
over Colorado
is 8 wins. 9 losses, and then
17 wins, 10 draws, 7 losses.
Yeah, it's yeah. What you can kind of tell who's probably going to win it all, but maybe there's an upset here coming along, and there's stuff like that. But other than that, no. Other soccer news, we got, I guess, the UEFA Champions League going. Nothing's too much happening there right now. I wish it would get in the knockout rounds, because that's when it actually like starts kicking up a little bit faster.
I know World Cup qualifiers are going on, right?
World Cup qualifying is going on now. Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, USA and Mexico will battle it out tonight. I'm going to be watching that one. Be honest, here's my take on the USA team. USA is good versus their own continent. That saying means that they are going to be dominant in North America and Central America. They will be dominant. But then when it comes to South America, Europe, Asia, and stuff, they will not be dominant, I have to say, because Switzerland beat USA. Now, Switzerland did beat France in the penalty shootout, but still, it's like it shows that USA has some work to do.
Yeah.
And Mexico does not look that good either. So Mexico, I have a feeling, will drop out in like group stages or something. Maybe they like to turn it up specifically around World Cup to qualify, like World Cup like actual tournament. USA likes to like just, I don't know. We'll see what USA does. I'm hoping they qualify, but last year their big thing was they lost at home a lot, or they tied at home a lot. They need to turn those ties into wins. Now, I know it's a lot of games left in the World Cup qualifying, but I'm still kind of fearful of this USA team losing it all again. But with Berhalter, we'll see. Berhalter's been a pretty good manager and has done really, really decent. He, I think, is on still a win streak right now. So, and, well, excuse me. Really quick, Man United is being utter crap. Recap their season. They get Ronaldo and they still lose every single game. Surprisingly, West Ham made it into the top 5. So West Ham's chasing down. They're Third. They're third. So
So
they're
so
chasing.
where's Man U? You said where are they
Man
at?
U is fifth under Liverpool, West Ham, Man City, and Chelsea. Chelsea is
That's
sitting
my
out the
team,
top
Man
two.
City. But Man City could win it. They're gonna win it.
I have a feeling Chelsea's gonna win it.
How close are they?
I don't know. It's pretty close.
Okay.
It's gonna be it's tight up top, but not really because Chelsea kind of has Man City's number every so often. So we'll
Okay.
see. But Man City could win it again. They could lose it again. We don't know. It's all up to times tells. All of a
Man
sudden, West Ham out of
City.
the thing totally slowly climbs up and wins it. But I'm rooting for Brentford just to stay in the Premier League. Brentford
Yeah.
all the way coming up. But I heard there's another dominant team now going back to hockey right now. There's a little bit of the Knights happening with just with Urkel. We heard that story, but I hear there's another thing about the Knights we have to go over.
You mean the Golden State Warriors NBA?
Oh, excuse me, I read that wrong. Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
We're going to NBA. NBA
We're going
started.
to NBA. The one thing that we really don't cover that much, and then when it appears, I think it's hockey. Oh, sorry.
So Golden State Warriors. Apparently, no one thought they were going to be very good.
Really?
They are 10-1. That is without Klay Thompson and Wiggins, I believe. They don't have. So Steph Curry is just
Sinking buckets.
basically he's carrying the team
He's carrying
on
like
his
LeBron,
back
except LeBron cannot
more than
carry the
LeBron
Lakers.
can do. And we just had a goal in the Edmonton Oilers Buffalo Sabres game. It was Leon Draisaitl. Apparently Buffalo scored, so it's 1-1. That's crazy.
Oh.
So going back, Golden State, Steph Curry is going off. LeBron James has the Lakers at 7. They're 7-5. The Lakers, not too good.
How are those Brooklyn Nets looking?
Those Brooklyn Nets with what is it? Without Kyrie, they're 3. Third in the Eastern Conference at
How is
8-4.
the man, the myth, the legends from last year? Bucks in 6. Bucks doing.
They are actually 9th at 6-6.
Okay. You know, they're having a 500 season. They're going to turn it up. Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be like, you know what? I want another one.
And
just
our
yeet
guy, then there's Zion, who
yes.
has his team, the New Orleans Pelicans, at last place in the league with a 1-11 record.
How's the Lomenzo Ball with Charlotte?
Charlotte.
I believe it's Charlotte.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're looking at Charlotte here. They are, what are they? No, that's not Charlotte Hornets.
Yes, I believe it's Charlotte Hornets.
They are 10th out of 15th in their conference at a 6-7. Remember, these are all early.
Yes.
Early
Utah Jazz
too,
doing
so,
well with Djokovic in them.
Utah Jazz?
Yeah, Utah Jazz. Let's get all of them in there.
Third
Suns?
in their conference.
How the Suns doing?
Suns are second in their conference behind the Warriors.
Can they make a run for it? Can they make a run for it again this year?
Yeah, they're close. They're close.
So it'll be a nice competition between the Suns and the Warriors for who wins that. So that's to watch early in the NBA. Now, coming to some news that I have actually just found out, and I will be confirming right now. I've been trying to confirm, but I believe there is something big coming up here with, and I hate to say it, Jake Paul. Now, I haven't, and it is confirmed, December 18th, Jake Paul will finally fight Tommy Fury, the brother of Tyson Fury. Yes, he will actually fight a professional boxer with a 4-0 record, the same as his. Person that has made a name. Let's look back here. So let's look at Tommy Fury boxing record. Let's look who he's fought. Let's look who he's fought real quick. Just to put this in perspective. Oh, sorry. His pro boxing record is 7-0. Excuse me. He's 7-0. Now, his weight class, he is 22 years of old. His reach is like 130 centimeters. Well, it doesn't matter because I don't know what reach is because it doesn't tell me. But he is 6 foot tall. Current streak, he has not really saying anything right now, but he's 7-0. So to be honest, Jake Paul, I applaud you for getting into the ring with this man.
Yeah.
I applaud you to finally getting in the ring with an actual fighter, like an actual, like, I would say probably with 4 KOs like right away, comes into his pro career. Now it comes in, his pro career stands at 7-0, 4 KOs right away. So we all know that. Now he's probably fought a little bit less, but his combined record of 7 opponents right now stands at 16 wins. Oh well, that's probably his other record. I'm not exactly sure here. This is very confusing to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
So all I know is he's 7-0 in pro boxer. His amateur is like all over the place, and I think amateurs are you have like tons of fights, and usually you don't have that good of a record. So I'm just looking at the pro boxer, but to be honest, I okay, I just Jake Paul. The first line. I look at this article. The first line, it says, after fighting an ex-basketball players, 2 aging MMA champions, a social media star, Jake Paul is finally ready to fight a proper boxer. just right away.
Finally ready.
So to be honest, Jake Paul coming into this, I know he not going to be scared or say he's scared, but he probably should be scared, to be honest, because Tommy Fury is under one of the best, not if the best well, I shouldn't say the best heavyweight, but one of the best right now heavyweight boxers, Tyson Fury, his brother. He's the little brother of Tyson Fury. Tommy's got something to prove, Jake Paul. So you going in the ring, you don't have too much, you have something to prove. But Tommy's got way more to prove than you. Because right now, Tommy, if he beats you, it's going to put his career on explosion mode. Like, Jake Paul's got to realize the amount of pressure that's probably going to be on Tommy, but the pressure that's going to be on him due to the fact that he chose to fight one of the people that has something to prove, because his brother's Tyson Fury, and he's had that. So getting ready for this fight, I'm hoping Tommy Fury lays his butt down on the mat within 45 freaking seconds and do what Jake Paul did to Ben Askren. I want to see that fight. I just want to see bah, and then Jake Paul. Because we all saw an aging MMA fighter, Triton Woodley. Triton Woodley caught him. So we saw Jake Paul in a little bit of diversity. Now we're going to see Jake Paul in a ton of diversity, because Tyson Fury is going to be training like a madman, and he looks like a freaking boom. I'm looking at this man. I'm like, Jake Paul, you better be ready. Jake Paul better be ready to either get his butt handed to him or try to stay in the fight. I'm not underestimating Jake Paul, but I'm just saying he's finally fighting a boxer that probably is going to smack him upside the head with a little oomph.
Update, we have another goal in this Edmonton-Buffalo game.
Oh.
It's Draisaitl again for the Oilers. It's now 2-1, assisted by Connor McDavid. Literally a cross ice from Connor McDavid, wide open Draisaitl. Just fires a freaking laser into the back of the net.
So what's your thoughts on this fight, my dude?
Every time I voted against Jake Paul, he won. So I'm going to take a different approach this time.
Oh boy.
And I'm gonna pick Jake Paul to win, so hopefully he loses.
Oh, reverse
Well, we'll see.
psychology now. He's pulling out all the stops. I mean, to be honest, this is the one. This is a fight for Jake Paul to get his butt handed to him. To be honest, this is the fight where it actually probably happens.
I really hope so. I hope so.
I want to see Tommy Fury be like, dude, you tried boxing. That is not your thing. Boom. Lay him out on the map.
Be like,
I just think, Jake Paul, having seen a little diversity with Trayton Woodley, with all the smack he talks and backs it up, he's gotta finally back it up now. This is the fight that backs everything up. If he loses this fight, his career in boxing is over, or his career in boxing with bigger fighters are over. He could fight the MMA retirees or the boxing retirees, but he's not going to be fighting the big boys like Tommy Fury would be after this fight. This is where Tommy Fury either will prove himself or Jake Paul will prove himself. It's one of the two. But I have a feeling it's leaning more towards the Tommy Fury route. So we'll see. We'll see. That's the big news for today. That is the big news. There's actually, I believe, 2 celebrities on the undercard of that fight too that are going to fight. I don't know exactly. It's a running back and something. I don't exactly remember, but I heard
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have heard that will be happening. I forget who it is.
Yeah. I know there's a running back and somebody else, but I can't remember who it was. But so with that being said, I would like to get in a little F1 recap of Mexico going into the Brazilian Grand Prix this week. So we have Max Verstappen beating the pants off of Mercedes completely.
Okay, so I just looked this up. Sorry,
okay. Here we go.
NBA star Deron Williams versus get this, Frank Gore.
Oh boy.
The ultimate OG himself. Frank Gore. I don't know.
So if the basketball player gets memed, it's not his fault because he decided to go against Frank frickin' Gore.
Yeah.
Not a good choice to start out with your boxing career, to be honest, buddy. So yeah. But recap of F1, Red Bull totally smoked Mercedes in the last race. Now, Perez actually caught up in the last few laps of the Mexican Grand Prix. Surprisingly, he did not pass him. If he had 2 extra laps, he would have nailed that right past Hamilton. But Hamilton is starting to fall off of the points here. With another win for Max Verstappen this weekend, could prove to be almost a cap off of the Drivers' Championship here. If Red Bull can prove to get into the podium positions 1 and 2 this week, they will be pretty fine.
Will they win because Red Bull gives you wings?
Yes, Red Bull gives you wings. Max Verstappen and Hamilton are in a pretty close competition. To be honest, it is literally 1 race win away for each other, I believe. But so
we have these sunglasses making their way over to the pirate here.
Yeah, the Atlanta Braves winning the World Series. They finally capped that off in 6. But
I want to just say that I called it before game 1. I said Braves in 6. So
I can confirm he did text me Braves in 6. So
I was very proud of that. Very, very proud. But their parade, did you see their parade?
Oh yeah, I saw their parade. Wow.
They're just they're zooming at least 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Don't savor it. Don't savor it. Just get it over with.
Yeah, but they're like, we got next year to do it again. Oh.
Oh yeah. But, and then there are some that are like, this is like the ultimate underdog story.
Yeah.
Not really. No one expected them to come in. And then there are these people, I believe ESPN thing said something like, it's a direct result of other teams tanking.
Really? No, it's
in
not.
The playoffs?
No.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
ESPN, stop it. ESPN is making themselves look bad again and again and again and again and again and again and
Yep.
again. Just it keeps going on because Najee's like, I never slept on the floor. Remember that whole little thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
really.
he used to sleep on his floor, and he wouldn't let anybody.
I didn't
know
do
about
any of
it.
that.
Like,
What do you mean?
and
Yeah, get your facts straight, ESPN.
they've probably done a lot more of that too, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
And people just, haven't really noticed, I guess.
And now the fact that they're starting to get highlighted and they're starting to fall apart a little bit here at the seams. So, well, I think with the Max Verstappen and Hamilton and all that fun stuff with F1 and everything that's going on in sports, we can call it a day here. Thank you guys for listening to us, watching us, or anything. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on our videos. We'll make sure to bring you more One Question podcasts later in the future. So we will see you in the next one. Peace. Have a great day.